Good morning, coaster spotters. This is Alex checking in from Montreal, Quebec in Canada. We are at Ronde today. It is July 5th and we are going to check out the entire park. This is my first time in 5 years. Arielle, your first visit?
Yep.
What are you thinking so far?
I'm ready for the worst.
Yeah, I'm going in this with the best expectations I have, which are pretty low, and hopefully that will make our day better. Because if you go in with high expectations here, you're probably going to be disappointed. You know, they have a couple of standout coasters, Goliath, Monster. I kind of like the Dragon, but beyond that, it's a lot of filler stuff. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I have 1 credit to get. I have the left side of Monster to get. That was closed the day I was there. And then Arielle has all 9 credits to get. You cannot get the kids coaster because that requires a kid, and they're pretty strict on that. So we're not going to try. But we'll show you footage of everything. And we're going to be here over multiple days, today and tomorrow. So not sure how I'm going to do these vlogs, if it's going to be 1 vlog or multiple vlogs, but just come along and enjoy the ride. It's 10:30, we've been let in. Wasn't expecting that. First ride we're going to hit, we're at the Wild Mouse because that thing has terrible capacity. Hopefully it's testing. If not, we will hit up one of the low capacity things. Oh, they have a condor. That's stuck at the top. But that's open, we definitely do that. Okay, seems like we're being rope dropped right here. So we just moved about 100 feet. All right. What, the 4th monorail car? Seriously?
Maybe they're just moving them to get them off.
I have no idea. All I know is we're probably not gonna have to wait for the monorail. Sweet. Toboggan was closed, so first ride of the day, Boomerang. This has been repainted since I've been last here, so it actually looks really good. I like this color scheme with the silver supports and deep blue track. Oh, the same color scheme as a Blue Hawk, so that's a good sign. I'm already liking this. I remember this being pretty good. So it is 11:07, got off our first ride, the Boomerang. I remembered wrong about that ride. That ride was pretty rough in the valleys, a little bit of headbanging. Not the worst Boomerang, but certainly not the best. Next up, Super Magine. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I could be totally wrong. Hopefully this gets a paint job because Boomerang looks great, but this thing looked terrible 5 years ago, and time has not done anything to help it. So we're 1 out of 9 so far. Let's continue our round around La Ronde. The splash. We will not be doing the splash today, or the entire trip, I don't think. So, I do like their Jaws ferry though. That's kind of cool. Instead of being hung, it's just like flailing on the ocean, or it's like flailing on land. Poor guy. Still haven't seen the Woody go, unfortunately. Let's hope for that left side to be open. So this is quite interesting. In the queue line, they put old log flume boats and turned them into benches. That's an interesting use, or reuse for them. Let's hit up this Vekoma corkscrew. Not many of these. It is 11:14. We've got off our second ride, the Super Magine. Probably butchering that, but whatever. It's kind of like an aero corkscrew, but with a more interesting first drop. And then after the corkscrews, it doesn't just end. It's got some airtime hills. It's got some helixes. And for me, it was super smooth. A little bumpy, but not a lot of headbanging. Arielle.
I got headbanged once.
But it wasn't that bad compared to most arrows, right?
It's okay.
Yeah. You thought it was just kind of boring though.
Yeah.
But you usually won't ride an Arrow or a Vekoma again. That one you will later, right?
What are they doing to the track?
What? What?
Really good. They're really touching it.
Canada. We just saw the side of Monster operating that I have to get. So I will be credit complete in this park finally after 5 years. Yee! So, very excited for that. And plus, I really like this Woody. I only got to ride it one time last time because they were running one train on one side, super long lines. So, yeah, really excited for this. I think you're gonna find it a little boring, but I thought it was fun. Hopefully they're gonna run 2 sides today so we can get maybe some interaction. I don't think they run them racing though ever, so we'll see. So, 2 credits done.
And then we go
Finally got the left side of Monster. That would be 874 for me. I like that Woody. I mean, it's not amazing. It's just really different. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it?
No.
No, it just does weird things. I never rode the Rattler, but I feel like John Pierce took this ride in some of the helixes and some of the transitions for his inspiration for the original Rattler at Fiesta, Texas. Despite this being a Bill Cobb. Bill Cobb was the one who did Roaring Thunder, and he did Riverside Cyclone. He was all over the place on some rides, like the Tornado at Adventureland, and the Judge Roy Screamer at, oh crap. Yeah, we walked away and there's already a huge line for Toboggan. So that is where we're going next. It was testing when we were leaving the station of Monster. But as I said, yeah, it's just weird. It has a little bit of airtime. We rode in the middle, so I wasn't expecting a lot of airtime. The first drop is definitely nothing. Look at that thing. Arielle?
Yeah.
It's like a ramp. But after that, it gets all weird and quirky. So we're about to get on Toboggan Nordico, the Wild Mouse by Zamperla. We waited about 15 minutes, not too bad. And we're gonna be in Italy. We missed USA by 1 cycle, unfortunately.
toast to the gods.
Not the roughest one I've been on, okay. But it's just a wild mouse. It is 11:48 and we have 4 credits down, 5 to go. I think we're doing pretty good on time. Arielle has got 1 more to go before she hits the magic number 400 on Goliath. So we're gonna hit up the SLC next. An hour in little opinion, observations. You know, I feel like the upkeep is a little better than I remember. Still not great, still rough around the edges. They've added a lot of rides since I first came, really started doing 1 ride a year program. Obviously they have not gotten a new roller coaster since 2010. So I feel like they're due. Maybe that Green Lantern from Magic Mountain, who knows? But
I called it.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind that because honestly, I probably want to come here more. I actually like Green Lantern and I wouldn't mind it coming here. This ride came from Six Flags St. Louis and this is new since then and the Flyers are new since then. So a lot of new rides since I last been here. I don't know if it replaced old rides or it's just filling empty spaces, but regardless, yeah, so far so good. Ops on Toboggan were fine. I think what delays that a lot is just people getting into it. Yeah, this section's definitely new here with these 2 new rides, and they look fun, fantastic. Yeah, I think this is similar to what Six Flags America's flyer looks like. I like that Firebird there on there, the Phoenix. Oh, that's awesome. That's a really good sticker there. Now there's the Demon. Oh, Demon looks awesome. I rode this when I was last year. It was the new ride that year. Yeah, I think it probably looks cooler than it actually is, but yeah, that's fun. I wonder if it gets you wet. That'd be fun. It's like really humid, guys. Like actually a water ride would not appeal to me because I feel like we would just never get dry. So, all right, we're gonna take a quick ride on the Demon before we hit up the rest of the coasters. I think they've intensified the cycle. It does a lot more topspin type things, and then the thing where the arms go separate directions and kind of tilt you, I think they shortened that because I remember that section being very slow and boring, and that thing just gets going right away, right, Arielle? What do you think?
Yeah, it might have been a cyborg. It was on top spin.
Yeah, but like with the top spins, it's like you had to swing back and forth a few times to get like over the edge. That thing just was like, whoop, let's go.
We hung upside down for a few seconds.
Yeah, like usually the top spin, like the crescendo of the ride program is the slow dip down towards the, you know, the vertical drop. And that's the first thing they gave you on this thing. So yeah, good. And what are we looking at? Ooh. Let's see here. Okay. We can get poutine. Nice. So yeah, they have a big fireworks show tomorrow night. We're gonna definitely check that out and film it the best I can with the cameras I have. And yes, we're walking right by Goliath because someone needs 400, so we need one more credit. We were hoping to do both sides of Monster first, but it doesn't really matter. We're gonna go hit the SLC, which I've ridden in 2 different locations in 2 different countries. And I remember it being serviceable.
We've seen any modes yet, have we?
We haven't really had a chance to stop, but there's no gift shops really at the... There might have been when we turned left, when we got to the park. When you turn left, there's a bunch of stores. They might have been there. But yeah, I want to look at the merch. Maybe they have some magnets. Definitely not going to buy a shirt because I just don't need a Ronde shirt. But yeah, as I said, we're having a fine day. I feel like this might be like Six Flags America, where we always have a good experience at Six Flags America because we go times that it's never busy. But when we were there for like an hour a few weeks ago and it was busy, we could see how that place just falls apart when it's busy. This is the second gate over here. They have another parking lot in the back when it's really busy, and right above it is the monorail station. This part of the park is actually pretty nice. It's kind of a castle, you know, a Merlin type thing, you know, like whimsical theme. And but next is Endor, which is of course the Ronde spelled backwards, and it's their SLC. This is actually a really good themed queue for the most part. It has a little bit of theming, a little bit of a legend of this monster that comes out of the sea. Yeah, look at this. This is just weird. They just put an SLC on top of an oil platform. What? Why? Yeah. They created this monster of the Ronde lake legend. And yeah, that is very weird. I love it. Yeah, I definitely wanted to show you this queue because it's not much, but this little small section is actually pretty good. Yeah, we rode in the front seat, and the last time I rode in the front seat, it was smooth for a SLC. That was bad. That was really bad. That would be the top 3 worst ones. That goes down there with T3 and Flight Deck at Canada's Wonderland. So both SLCs in Canada are absolutely garbage. We will not be doing that one again. I think I actually rode it twice last time I was here since it was so smooth. And it was definitely smooth when it was in Houston. Let's go ride the good thing now, shall we, Arielle?
Yes, you can do it better than this.
No, because that was painful, man. That's the squeezing of your, yeah. I really want to ride Dragon. Let's go ride Goliath so we can ride Dragon. Goliath, it is 12:30 and we are down to just 3 credits left. And one's currently closed. Arielle, what are you thinking?
What?
400?
Yeah, that's like Superman.
It does look like Superman. Well, I'm loving this. All right, so here we go. Not quite so hyper, about 180 feet, I believe. We took our first ride on Goliath front seat. I love this ride. It's kind of like Nitro and Steel Force combined. Good airtime on every hill, and it's nothing but hills. There's like one curving hill and that's it. It doesn't really matter that it's 25 feet short of 200 feet. It rides almost identical to any other hyper. Super smooth, weird turnaround. It's like a flat turnaround instead of diving. I don't know what the design criteria on this thing was, but it was definitely different than anything B&M was tasked with. So, good ops today. I could barely get around for 2 trains. So, we're gonna ride this a few times because this is fantastic. We took our second ride on Goliath in the back seat, back to where it's at. Good airtime on that thing. Very light trims right after the turnaround. We are going to get some food. Arielle is getting pizza, and I'm gonna get some poutine. Somehow I'm saying it, but I'm having a great time at La Ronde. And I was fearing the absolute worst. And I feel like that's a good way to go into this park. Just, yeah, prepare for the worst and then you won't be disappointed. So here we go. Just did Dragon. This is an intimate indoor coaster, similar to Skull Mountain, but that's where the similarity ends. Was it what you were expecting, Arielle?
I was expecting Skull Mountain when we started going up, and then I'm like, oh, this is not Skull Mountain.
Yeah, it's Skull Mountain. If Skull Mountain actually decided to do theming that made sense. Yeah, the dragons made sense. They were awesome. That dragon is a really cool ride. I definitely want to give that another try. But I don't think I've ever had a front seat row, so I kind of want to try that. I've always been in the back. They only load one train at a time, so you just got to get lucky, I guess, to get the front seat. Or we could wait.
Doing the Ferris wheel,
Yes, we're doing the Ferris wheel. The one stupidity of Ronde is we're not that far from Vampire, but there's no walkway past here, so you actually have to go all the way around, or you could take the monorail, which I think that is what we will do.
I like the loading. That's cool.
Yeah, I guess as long as they're loading all the cars, so we don't get screwed. So, and this looks like this has gotten recently a paint job. This is a Vekoma Ferris wheel, so very similar, probably the same size as the one at Kentucky Kingdom. I have never been on this one, so I'm very happy to finally do this. Down here, this is where they do their huge fireworks display over the lake. Really excited about that. That should be really fun to see. But really great views. It shows how this is just like an island in the middle of the river, right next to Montreal. So excellent location. We're gonna do another ride on Monster, left side. Still running one train, but it has no line, so it really doesn't matter. We're assuming tomorrow they should have two trains, or two sides, or the other side. That's why we kind of planned for 2 days, just in case, so we can both get both sides. We're going to Quebec City in about an hour. It's really hard to tear us off. What do you think?
I don't care. The park is meh.
Yeah.
There's some unique stuff, but
the fact that it's dead, it's hard to walk away from it when you always hear it being so busy.
I want to get to that mall though. It looks awesome. So
Yeah,
I'm excited. Maybe that's why I'm like meh right now about this.
Yeah, and I think my theory is that we can come here for free, and the mall is 2.5 hours away, so it's even further away. So we're not likely to get back there, and we can get a wristband tonight. So that's why we're gonna ditch this place, even though it's dead. So we're just gonna do a couple more attractions. We still have the Batman to do, and then we're gonna head out. Hello, El Diablo. We see you in Canada. First of all, I had no idea they had a sky ride. Not surprised though, but a double sky ride, just like Great Adventure. No idea. And who knows how long this has been abandoned.
Where'd it go to?
Judging from where it is, probably by the Ferris wheel or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if it went way back to the park. So we're gonna hit this section of the park we actually haven't been to yet. A bunch of flat rides over here. Used to have the stand-up coaster. That's been gone for a few years now. But you have stuff like the S&S Hot Tower, a break dance, Giant Discovery, and the B&M Batman clone. And then a couple pay rides. We got that. They have the Skyscreamer over here. Oh, I like that guy on top of the building. That's cool.
Yeah.
This, I believe, replaced their go-kart track. This looks very go-kart track building looking, doesn't it? Yeah, they reused the go-kart track building, which is fine by me. I hate go-kart tracks in amusement parks. They're loud, they're smelly, and I don't do them because, you have to pay for them. So.
It does look like Batman.
The logo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It feels like with Goliath and Batman that they made them look just close enough. So you kind of know it's supposed to be Batman, and also just in case they decided to put the license on it eventually. And that test seat's seen better days. It doesn't even have a harness. So, and we're getting a couple of raindrops, so that's weird.
No, it's not. It rains all the time.
Yeah, I know. We bring the rain. Here's the graveyard. Like an SLC train, all the old log flume cars, old footers for Cobra, a bunch of other things. we just got a ride on the mirror image Batman the Ride clone. Hey, monorail, stop photobombing me, Jesus. Very intense ride, very smooth. I thought you were gonna hate it, Arielle, because it was so intense.
I can't take that much of that. That's the issue.
Okay. I thought you were hating it. It was whippy too. That's why I thought you were gonna hate it. I loved it. It's a 7-car train, but it runs just as intense as our 8-car train. It's not better. Hitting up Titan. This is the Zamperla's giant Discovery. I believe about 140 something feet. Smaller than one at Great Adventure, but still just as fun. And we used a single rider seat, and they just let both of us in, so that worked out for us. Final ride of the day, Orbit. S&S Tower, first gen S&S Tower. So it yanks you really hard at the top. Really cool setting. We're on an island in the middle of the lake. We had to cross over this bridge. I'm really excited to do this finally. So you'll see the big difference is there's no cable underneath the car. So it goes above the pipes. And when it hits the top, it yanks you really hard and gives you some extreme airtime. Hopefully. And this whole island just shook. That was pretty cool.
That's great.
Fun fact, this came from Action Park. Took our final ride. I really enjoyed it. It gives you like 2 hard yanks of airtime at the top in succession. Pretty cool. So that is gonna be it for our first day at Ronde. We will be back tomorrow to do a couple extra things, re-ride some things, and just wrap up the park. I'm pleasantly surprised of how good of a day we had here, considering how bad it can go here from some of the horror stories that people have had. The park's rough around the edges in some places. It seems like they're starting to renovate some sections of the park, and I'm about to complain about something that is like here in this section, like flowers, but most of the parts of the park don't have any flowers and are very unlandscaped. So I wish they just improved the quality of the park from an aesthetic standpoint. So what do you think?
It's okay, not as bad as they thought. It's boring.
How's it boring?
It's all clones. I mean, Monster's cool, Dragon's different, Goliath is okay, but...
Their Batman is amazing.
Yeah, it was smooth.
I like the Vekoma Corkscrew. It's not as many clones as some other Six Flags though. Look at our freaking park at home. It's filled with clones. I wanted to come here and shit on this park as much as I possibly could, but I can't find a way to honestly do that. But that is gonna be our first day, as I said, the Ronde. I love this entrance sculpture thing. This is definitely left over from the Expo 67, which is what the roots of this park started as. And Six Flags bought it about 15, 20 years ago. And we'll be back tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment below, and we'll see you next time. This has been Alex. Adios.
That's Spanish.
What is goodbye? What? But no, bonjour. We are so bad at French. Bye. Feels so good, doesn't it?